Hey everyone, welcome to this video where we are designing the next part of this app, this Lotus Yoga app. In our last video, we completed the more of the plans, the join a program page. We basically put it together so we could display a program, as you see here, and that we could click into one of these, have it show up, and back out of it. Things that we're going to do here in this video is we're going to add a back button. We are going to kind of wire up or do the workflow steps for this join a program. So for when this button is clicked, what should happen? We are going to, right now, if we look at our design, this image was set as a we just uploaded it so we could see it, but now going to set that as the bundles plan preview photo. One thing that I've done since the last video, jumping into this video, is I've added these other plan preview ones, so it should be dynamic for. So let's check this so that it's dynamic when you select any of these. We used to, or in the previous video, you had to select the first beginner yoga plan only. That was the only one we had working, right? If you remember. But now we can select this one, and we get this. We can select the beach one. We get this beach image. We can select the asanas. We get the asana image, and we get the description. This only shows asanas. The beach one only shows beach yoga 1, 2, 3, and 4. So looking pretty good there. Let's go ahead and make a back button. So what we want to have happen, I'm just going to take a look at the color scheme of these. So for example, there's just something, it's a small fix I noticed with our other back button. When you have something that's really bright and then you have a white button color over it. So I think that in this case, I'm just looking to see what color back button might be the best for our given case. We're only going to build 4 of these, so in this case we can just pick one that fits our scenario. We don't have to worry about any other constraints or anything. So I'm going to go down and pick this material icon. I think our other one is no wait, did I was going to say our other one, the size of it is, we can check here, it is the class preview group, and we're looking at 60, 55, 15. Okay, so good, it didn't end up in that. All right, 60, 55, 15. I'm just using tab to tab through these. Yes, make this element fixed width, etc. I think just a gray should do us good. Select an arrow, and we'll name this. This is the plan preview back button. So we know when we look at the workflows, what's up with that. Now when we back out of this, I think we want to reset the data in plan preview group, and then which it's an action that I'm still working through positives or negatives. I've used it in the past in other apps, and it worked slightly differently than what I've seen in its the behavior it exhibits in this moment of time, but we'll dig into it. I'm just going to leave it. So here we will go to a page. this mobile app, course that we're working in, send the parameter of nav, go back to the plans page. And I don't think we don't have to worry about setting any of the states for this joined plans or whatever. It should already just straight up work. So just kind of thinking what we'll do next. We'll get this back button straight. We'll get this join program thing as the next thing. Again, this plans, we'll always navigate to here and set that state. So that, okay, so let's see how it looks on this one. I've got a back button. Looks pretty good. Does it work? Yes. Not the greatest contrast. Really kind of tough. We might have to go, we got to go one way or the other. We got to go super dark. And I think super dark is going to be our best option. So reload and click into the plans page, and we should be good. Very clear back button. And it's not even a real app, but you get the point, right? You get the point that it you want it to look nice. You want to not confuse people. You want to tick all those boxes, right? So that you, as the app owner, so when you get your app live, that when people out there see it, they you tick all the boxes. Like you look the part, you are the part. People feel and their trust. Design communicates a lot of trust in terms of if it looks nice, people feel like they're in good hands for the other portions of what you're offering them as well. So cool. That being taken care of, let's take a look at this join program thing. I want to remove that condition when this button is pressed. What do I want to have happen? We could go to a lighter, whoop, that was odd. A lighter color pink, perhaps, when the button is pressed. So like remove this condition. And what we want to have happen, when someone clicks this, they join a program. If you recall, we, in our database, for our data types of users, we added this yoga plan joined as a field associated with a user. So the user, back over in our workflow tab, we're going to sign that user up to not actually this. That's funny. That's the same stuff that I just said, but that's actually signing someone up, which we'll get to at a later point. What we want to do is we want to make changes to the current user. We want to change that field that I just referenced, the yoga plan joined. And we want to say that it equals the parent groups. We're going to go with unique ID. So we can never mess up when we use unique IDs. They're unique. If we use the bundle, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or something, and then you edit the database at a later time, and you don't remember exactly what you're doing here, it can potentially cause issues. So unique IDs are, like if you've ever seen like a 25 character or like super long thing in an Amazon URL or an Airbnb URL or something like that, they are these unique identifiers that help kind of like anchor down so that you know exactly what it is you're dealing with, not something that could potentially change or be confused. So that's the main point. Not something that can be confused. Cool. So what happens when someone does this for a user? Let's do a little test, shall we? I'm going to take this and what is this? Okay, parent groups, bundle description. All right, just to remember, I'm going to clear that out, and I'm going to say the current users yoga plan joined. And then let's see what we get. It should be empty because we have not run that workflow yet. So this is a way you can test things, right? Like if you want to see what's in your database, you can just display it. You can display that data. So when we click this, what used to be a description here is no longer seen. So this is the advanced yoga plan. So I'm going to join this. Okay, so I joined that program and then this unique ID just popped up, which means that in our database, if we backed out of here and we went to all users, just got some dummy user stuff in here. Whatever the current user is, that is, they got a field now, basically. So, okay, cool. So we've confirmed that that the person has joined this yoga plan. Just thinking through how to unjoin. Also, let's clear this. Let's put it back to the bundles description, and let's move on. Let's move on to the plans page, the joined ones. So these joined ones. Interesting. What is that? Oh yeah, I remember at the very beginning, do you want to? Yeah, okay. At the very beginning of creating this page, which kind of has two parts, it has this floating menu. So we can, scroll down like this. And it also has this groups joined. Okay, so I had the current users, plan, yogas, current users, yoga plan joined. Okay, so it's just displaying that value. What I want to do is I want to do a search for what exactly is this? It's a bundle where the title, I want to search for a yoga bundles title where the unique ID is equal to the current user's the yoga thing. Yoga, okay, yep. So this is the current user's yoga plan was this giant text. This giant text, if it's equal to the unique ID for this bundle's title, remember we joined this advanced yoga plan. The title is the advanced yoga plan. So if we refresh this and we go to the joined page, we should see that we have joined that page, we have joined that that plan, the advanced yoga plan. Cool. So this group, we want to show it when this is joined, per this top toggle menu, the plans and the join, the pink one there. When it's clicked to join, we want to show this thing that I'm working on, but we also want it to show when the current user's yoga plan joined is not empty, aka it has something, which it does in this case. It has the value advanced yoga plan, or so it has unique ID for the advanced yoga plans program. So conversely, we want, if we take a look at I think it's somewhere around here. Yep. Remember, when we looked back at first, looking at this page, how do we get it so you haven't, or this thing shows up? Well, in order to do that, what we need to have happen is, in what case would this show up? Well, it would show up when you have not joined anything. That means that the user's thing would be empty. Instead of being a part of the advanced yoga plan, it would be empty. So we are going to, let's see, this will be grouped joined plus plus joined. And then we're going to copy paste. And this is group join plus not actually joined. So this is empty. And we toggle over here, then show this. And you know what? I don't know why I give these padding sometimes, because that's actually not what we want. We want it to hit the edges so that the responsive engine takes over. Make sure to do that for this one as well. Just to force a habit of liking padding for layout sake, so on and so forth. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, whatever. So we're dealing with, well, what we want to say here is you haven't joined a yoga program yet. And we want it to be around the size of this text, because that's about what they have between this one and this, between both these panels. Yeah, so there you see this one has this kind of very, very bold text. As well as this one. Cool. Hope that makes sense. What we're doing for this font. Paste. Center. Horizontally. We wanted to say you haven't joined a yoga program yet. Okay. And that element is visible. Everything else looks pretty good. And then we want to drop an image into here. What do we want to do with this image? We want to make it 280, 20. Center horizontally. I want to go make an image. Just trying to think of a good one. Person on a yoga mat, basically, is all I'm thinking about. I like this I like this horizontal one. That's gonna be tough. Actually, I'm gonna go with something that I was working on earlier. So these earlier ones, let's see, canvas size. I want to get the height. Let's just say to like 180. Okay. And make this smaller for the sake of, let's see, sake of having it look good. And then we'll save that out as a PNG. Make sure it's centered. Okay, looks good. All right. You know what? I don't even know if, one second, if that recording goes into Photoshop or not. Well, I don't know if it recorded or not, so I do apologize if I was just rambling and you didn't see anything on the screen there as I was working in Photoshop. But basically, going to be grabbing this, should I call this, not joined plans yet. And let's see what size. This image is 180 by 180. So we want this 180 by 180. Center it. Just upload a static image. And we'll have something to the effect of what they have. Let's see, center that. Bring this up to here. Where's that collapse, that group collapse? Interesting. All right, let's see this one. I'm actually going to clap this one when it's not. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's see how we're doing. So right now, we are still in that plan. Actually, we won't see this. So on this other page where we are joined, when we do have, when we have joined a program, what we have is this button here. So this button is the way to unjoin the plan. So we're going to add that in now. We're going to, let's see, the advanced yoga plan. That's a lot of space. What about on this phone model? Still a good amount of space. What are the names of all of these? Because I want to, essentials, the advanced yoga plan. Okay, that's not that much longer. I just want to check the spacing before I reduce this. But I think that will be good to go. if I take this down to, say, here, I'll bring it back up once I get an icon figured out. Basically, be adding this icon, and this will be Unjoin plan button. And I think we just type in, oh, that would have been nice. Let's see if we can find a, all right. What we're going to do, this will require a few steps. All right, here's a nice little dot, dot, dot. Going to make this the same. Okay. So I noticed that when this Keller thing is all the way down to the bottom, and I try and select it, it forces this other thing on top of it. Those are some issues. If you're just wondering why the screen is going crazy, me too. Me too. Okay. What do we got here for height? We have 30. So I'm going to make this 30. And I think do 270. That and 0 here. And then I bring this over. Looks like I can bring it over about like that. Take these both and group them in a group. What this will do is keep the spacing very nice. And then when this is clicked, we will make changes to the current user. The change that we will make is to this yoga plan, and we will is that what we want? I just want to make sure data delete a thing. Yeah, I think we want that. Data delete a thing. What do we want to delete? The current user's yoga plan joined. To delete. This evaluates the yes or no. To delete. Let's try this again. Make changes to a thing. Thing to change. Current users. Yoga plan joined. You're trying to change a field and not a thing. You probably want to change the thing itself. Click here to change the thing. Thing to change current user. Oh, I see. Well, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set that as 0. I'm going to, this is a little bit of a workaround. The default for this value is 0 for this field. So I'm going to go in, and I'm going to make it so that the conditionals that I put on these let's see. So if they've joined, then The current user's yoga plan joined is the parent group's, no, where is this getting its thing? It's doing a search for bundle's title. Well, I do know how to do it for this one. So we'll say when it is 0, it means that we haven't joined a program. Okay, so then for here, I will say is not backspace 0. So if it's not 0, that means it's anything else, and we've joined it. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Okay, I will explain it one more time. It's set by default as 0. If okay, it's set by default as 0. So when it is 0, they have not joined a program. When it is that is not 0. Okay, good. This is why it's good to double check. When it's not 0, it's anything else but. So here, what we want to have happen is we make changes to the user and we set it back to 0. Cool. I think, shoot. I think I also want to, I'm going to just add an additional thing that because I'm not certain that it will be 0 when this app starts up. So I will also, this is just I'm doing a fail-safe thing, right? So sometimes in apps, and this is why computer programmers get paid the big bucks, and this is why, it's really valuable that what you're taking the time to invest in yourself to build something that, is in the world of very valuable things, is that um, a lot of times programmers will be building all of these fail-safe things, right, for all of these different scenarios. And us as front end users, we never realize this, that they're kind of protecting all the errors from happening, and that's where a lot of time goes in the world of programming. So what I'm doing here is that, all right, like if it's joined and it's 0, then like I've kind of set my other area up right. But if I kind of screwed up that other area because I am a little bit fuzzy on it, then I could also just say that if it is empty, then show it. So whether either of these is true, show it. So that's a bit of a fail-safe thing. And I'm very, very, very confident in that setup. And then when this is not 0, you know, then it's anything but 0, and so we're good. So, all right, long explanation there. We're doing great. Let's go ahead and get some additional movement here. We're just double checking this one. Make changes to the user. Change that back to 0. So let's test this out. What I suspect that should happen is we have this button here, and so I can click that button. So we've unjoined the plan. So now we have this here. Let's check it. You haven't joined a yoga program yet. Here. Okay, for that image, I want to say keep the element proportioned. I think I want to bring it up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 80. Perfect. Fine. Okay. So let's go join a plan, and then we'll have determined that we finished off this portion of it, and then we will build out the when you have joined a plan, we'll build out that plan within the joined area. So interesting. Perhaps I copy and pasted something. Yep. Delete. So group plans, plan group. Actually, this is group. I'm gonna call this because it's kind of confusing. Find a plan. And okay. So let's reload and go do what I just described. Awesome job hanging in for this. Um, in about, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes or 10 to 15 if you're running 2-speed, we will have wrapped up this plans page and we'll have been moving on to the library page. So we haven't joined anything yet. Now if we go to the essential asanas, we join this program. I suppose something else should happen by hitting join program, that this goes away and we go to this joined one. So we've joined the essential asanas yoga plan. Now we should also add a fail safe on that ellipses thing where it gives a pop up. It's like, would you like to unjoin this plan, right? So, but just to show this off again, yeah, beginner yoga plan. So this is really feeling really good that we got that. So what I want to do here is I want to go to this plan preview. When we join a plan, we make the changes to the current user. We set the state of the group plans. I can find that by going to this. So I want to copy this. Why am I doing this? Because I want that tab to show. So I want joined to show the value after we've done one of these, and then I want to navigate to the page. The same when I do this navigation. Copy. So just delete that and then just paste this in. Okay, so when we sign up for a thing, it should take us back over to the other place, and then back over in the other place when we want to unsign up from something. We've joined. We are going to change this workflow to show this group. And what is this group for? This group is somewhere in this ballpark. When this group is visible. We get some box shadows, box shadow blur radius. Just going to give it a huge one, like 400. I'll blur out everything around it. I'm making this up as we go, guys. So this is group Unjoin. But I assume that that'll work. You just make this thing outset. You do box shadow color, and yeah, what we should get is like this. Basically, we're faking a pop-up. Not faking, I mean, we're making one. We're faking till we're making. Sort of. Okay. Material icon. No, we don't even need to bother. Delete. What we want is a piece of text that says unjoin this program. So unjoin is not a real word. All right. I'm going to center it. I'm going to center this horizontally within this group. I'm going to make this large and lighter colored. And then we'll give a text for let's see, how wide is this? 240. Ten, that's right. So 10, 240, 230, 220, 210, 105. Because if I do 105 here, we have 10 on the left, 10 in the middle, 10 on the right for padding. I want to say cancel, text cancel button. It's also going to be a button. Let's see, I'm going to make this 20. And 20 times 1.5 is 30. So 30 for the height. I think that should work. Just paste that. Feels like the Y on this, let's say 190. So what do we got? We got 10 plus 105 is 115, 125. So we should start this at 125. Unjoin. When we'll make this text like a reddish. Yes, unjoin. Cool. So when this one is hit, we actually want this one cut, paste onto this cancel. That's confusing because it's not cancel, it's the join button. And then when this cancel is hit, we're going to hide group unjoin program. So we just made a little quick hide group unjoin program. So as you can see, some of these little things, what else? Go to mobile must be the last. Okay. So it wants us to put that here. Got it. Okay. So this, what happens? We want this thing to show the unjoin program. So let's refresh. And I think we set up the workflow for this. Rockin' and rollin'. You haven't joined anything yet. Do you want to join a program? I'd love to. I will go. So this is the first time testing this. Join a program. Okay, so we want this to be hidden. On page load. Okay, so we're in a program. We click this. We say unjoin this program. Cancel. Yeah, so look at that. Looks like a real pop-up, right? With that 400 pixel thing, that kind of background blur. Yes, unjoin. You haven't joined a program yet. So let's go back and join another one. Join the program. Takes us back. Again, that one showed up. Why? What is the conditional? No, when this group is visible, show that. But this element is not visible on page load. What is going on? From the start of it, all right, so we're gonna call this video early here without finishing this totally. I know I said 20 minutes from now, whatever, we would be finished, but okay, so we've unjoined. This is just going on and on. We join a program, it takes us over here. So I want to check out that workflow for the button, sign up for a plan, make changes to current user, set the stake to join, go to this page, plans. So it goes to the plans page, and actually what I want is I just straight up want shadow style outset. So what do we want? Outset, we want the blur radius to be 400. Box shadow color is AAA. Yeah, so I think if we remove this conditional, and then this thing is just not visible upon page load, and we collapse it when it's hidden. So just whenever this thing shows up, it's just got this big old. So what does this do? Okay, what if we do 40? What if we do 80? I like that. What if we do 16? That's weird. I don't think that helps. All right. So this one is not visible on page load. There's no conditional. So if we go back, we just do a reset of this. So, sometimes in other videos, other training module type of things, a step like creating this pop-up will be its own video, right? As you can see, we just took about a 20-minute detour to go down this road. However, it's necessary, right? You do not want to just hit this thing and then have, somebody. So that's pretty good looking. Let's join this program. Well, let's actually unjoin one now, and then let's refresh off of that, because for some reason it was only having that weird behavior where it displayed the pop-up when we joined one right off of. So here we shouldn't be in one, and then if we join from here, yep, so that pop-up is not displaying off there. So we've got that solved. Unjoin this program. So pretty cool. We've learned how to make a pop-up. We've learned how to add some, user warnings so that they're just not taken by surprise. Look at that. Interesting. So what happened there? It was when we went to the beginner plan. Yes, unjoin, plans, beginner plan. That's odd. And then what about the advanced? If we join this one. Yes, unjoin. Essentials, join the program. Yes, unjoin. We're not in any program. We join the Asanas program. And then we navigated to this page. Is not visible upon page load. All right. This is a kind of a hacky thing, but this will finish us off here. So when the sign up button is clicked, we will go to this mobile page and we will hide the group and join. Yell at me for wanting to put this thing here. I might be okay with being yelled at. Not yelled at, but you know what I mean? Like it gives an error. So let's check back at this funny behavior. So we're joined into something. So let's unjoin it. Now let's go to here. Let's join a program. Let's unjoin it. Let's join a program. Let's unjoin it. Let's join a program. All right, enough of that. I'm going to do it one more time from the home page. Total refresh, and then we'll call it good. I believe it's solved by adding that workflow step. So thank you. You guys are champs for hanging in here. Appreciate you spending your time here with me on this journey. Seriously, it's fantastic that we are here learning this stuff together. It's super cool that we can do this. So let's check one last time. that we have this set up correctly. Join the program. All right, so that pop-up did not show. Essential Yoga Plan will join the program. Pop-up did not show. Great. All right, so let's call it here, and then we'll, in our next video, we'll finish off this, what happens when we have joined a plan. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next video.